Hey guys, you're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and thank you for joining me here for your free picks from the Italian Serie A on Sunday, February 12th. Guys, we have four games on the schedule in Serie A, and we have Napoli continuing their march towards the title. We have Juventus trying to stay consistent against Fiorentina. Bologna and Monza are facing off as well, and Udinese and Sassuolo are opening this Serie A day on Sunday. It's a 6:30 a.m. Eastern matchup, and this one should be very interesting, guys, because uh, both of these teams have been solid as of late, especially Sassuolo, who did get a few positive results, and with that, they are actually outside the relegation zone right now in 14th place with 23 points. Udinese is still, mostly thanks to the first half of the season before the World Cup, they are at the top of the top half of the table. They are now in ninth place with 29 points. However, they have only one win in the last six games, and their form has been a bit shaky, and they need to do something to snap out this negative streak they are on right now. Like I said, guys, Sassuolo is undefeated in their last three games. They're actually on a two-game winning streak, and both of those wins were against some very, very good teams in Italy. And the first one was against AC Milan 5-2 on the road, while in the second one, they were able to beat Atalanta 1-0, and keeping a clean sheet against a very strong offensive team like Atalanta that's something that's not easy to accomplish, and head off to Sassuolo for being able to do that. Udinese on the other side, I mean, like I said, they have been hot and cold as of late. They did lose to Torino last week 1-0 on the road. Before that, they tied to Verona 1-1 at home. But I still think that this is a very, very talented team. And I still think that this team has what it takes to be a little bit more competitive in Serie A. However, they are missing a few players, and one of those players is Gerard Delafeu, who has been basically the key player for this team. He's been scoring goals. He had some assists as well, and they will definitely be missing him. As far as Sassuolo's roster goes, they also have a couple of injured players. They have another player who's suspended because of the yellow cards. However, given the form they are in right now, I would have to lean towards Sassuolo a little bit, but I honestly don't think they can keep two clean sheets in a row, guys. So in this one, I'm gonna stick to both teams to score at minus 150, and honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards a 1-1 result, maybe 2-1 for either side if we are lucky. But I do believe that we're gonna see at least a goal on each side. So both teams to score at minus 150. That's gonna be my pick for this one, guys. In the next matchup, we have Bologna hosting Monza, and Bologna has finally gained some consistency, guys. They are undefeated in their last three games. They have been a lot more effective in that attacking end, and they have scored five goals in those three games. On top of that, Bologna was even able to keep a clean sheet against Spezia at home a couple of weeks ago, and against Fiorentina on the road last week. They did get another precious win. It was 2-1. That certainly boosted their confidence, and with that, Bologna gained some even more distance from the relegation zone, and they're actually fairly close to that Conference League spot right now, in 8th place with 29 points. But Monza on the other side has been extremely, extremely efficient this season. They have been very consistent as well. They are far away from the relegation zone, which was their pretty much main goal uh, so far this season, and they're now in 11th place with 26 points. Monza has also lost only one of their last six games, and when it comes to scoring goals, they have been consistent. They have been doing it effectively, and they have scored five goals in their last three games. They have scored against Juventus. They have scored three on the road against Cremonese in mid-January. They also scored two goals against Inter, and we can see that this team can be very, very effective. Luckily for them, they're facing a team that's not that good, at least not yet defensively. They have been struggling a lot since the restart of the season, and for that reason, guys, this is going to be another game where I'm going to take both teams to score, this time at a much better price, minus 109. I think that both teams see this game as a potential chance to get a win or at least get a point, but I see at least a 1-1 result here, and for that reason, both teams to score is a perfect fit at this price especially. So both teams to score at minus 109. In the next game, guys, Juventus will try to get a positive result against Fiorentina, and they definitely deserve to be the favorites. They are, because Fiorentina might have been doing a good job in Coppa Italia. They have knocked out Sampdoria, then they have knocked out Torino as well in the quarterfinals last week. But in Serie A, they have been struggling quite a lot. Whether they play at home or on the road, they're not consistent in Serie A, and they definitely have a lot of problems, especially on that defensive end. And now they're facing a team who kind of bounced back nicely after they were punished severely by deducting 15 points from them because of those financial stuff they did. Juventus is now on a two-game winning streak. They're getting back into the race for the Europa League. I think the Champions League is a little bit too far from them, but you never know. There's enough games left this season for Juventus to get back into the Champions League race. Even though it's going to be extremely hard, I think that Conference League and maybe the Europa League are kind of at their zone right now, or maybe within their reach, even though that is going to be unlikely as well. So all Juventus can do is play their games, is get points, win games, and especially at home against a struggling team like Fiorentina is. So in this one, guys, I'm gonna take Juventus on the money line. The price is minus 118 right now. I think that they are the better team here. They have a little bit more depth, and they have been more consistent in Serie A especially. So I'm gonna give it a shot with Juventus on the money line. And guys, like I said, we are gonna close out the day with this matchup between Napoli and Cremonese. And Napoli is pretty much losing their competition in Serie A because they are 13 points away from Inter, who are in that second place right now. Overall, Napoli has been by far the best team in the league so far this season. 51 scored goals in 21 games, only 15 conceded goals. As we can see, their defense has been stepping up their game, and that is something that they have been struggling with over the last few seasons. But as of right now, they are marching toward the title, and it would be pretty unfortunate if they gamble away 13-point advantage over Inter. That would be something that I just don't see happening, because they have been consistent, they have been dominant, they have been scoring goals, and I don't need to talk about Cremonese a lot. The worst team in the league, at the bottom of the table, they're not scoring a lot. But since this is a game where we have a big favorite as Napoli, we have to look for the value. And I believe that Napoli is playing in the Champions League next week, which makes me think that, no, they're playing in a couple of weeks. So I still think that with the way Napoli has been playing, I think that they will put this game to bed as fast as possible, give a break to some of those players, maybe keep them healthy, don't risk any injuries. But I'm gonna go with the player prop here, and that of course is Victor Osimhen to score a goal for Napoli, guys. It's minus 129 right now. Depends on your book, you might get a little bit better price, but that guy has been on fire this season. He has scored, let me do the quick check here. I believe he scored like 13 or 14 goals for Napoli already this season. And he will once again lead the charge. He has 16 goals in 17 games. So he almost averages a goal per game. So once again, minus 129 against the weakest team in the league. You bet I'm going to take it. So Osimhen to score for Napoli at minus 129. That's going to be my pick for this game, guys. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. 4 winners from the Italian Serie A. If you want more free picks, go to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel and check them out. And of course, if you want my best bets, simply click the link in the description of this video, and that will get you up on my page on the Pickdawgz website. That's it, guys. Enjoy your Sunday. Let's win some money, and I'll see you soon with more free winners.